There are more footballers in the world that are out of a job than there are with a job. So if you're thinking that this is going to be something that's easy for you, that you're just going to train a little bit and get straight into the footballing world, you got another thing coming to you. If you're good, that's not even enough.
No matter what team you're on, there are hundreds of people that are out of contract that are better than you, that could be on that team, they just don't have the connections.
What's up, guys? My name's Will John, been a pro for nearly 14 years, and today we are gonna give you a real inside look into the pro football world. I brought one of my teammates, Tyler, back, who's also a pro, so stick around. Hope you guys can learn something about this. Let's go.
When I hear professional footballer, what comes to my mind is just somebody who's able to more or less financially support themselves through playing football.
Most guys don't start their careers off with money. Most guys don't start their careers off with connections, and most guys don't have any idea where they're gonna be in the next few years. They don't know if the contract that they have is gonna last for a year, 6 months. You don't even know if the contract that you're gonna get is gonna be honored and that you're gonna get paid. Not everything runs smoothly in the pro football world. I've had experiences where I've signed a 3-year deal, and after 6 months, I've seen zero of the money. And when you try to get that money, sometimes clubs can say, that's too bad. Not everybody is making millions of dollars like Ronaldo, and not everybody has sponsorship contacts or contracts, and you've got to understand that there is going to be a little bit of a struggle. I've had plenty of struggles throughout my career. It goes like this, and that's part of life. It's going to go up and down, and you've got to be ready for it. The type of mentality that you're going to need is one that is expecting adversity. You've got to be okay with turbulence. You've got to be okay with things going wrong, training going wrong, the critics, everybody saying that you should do this, agents telling you you should go here and there.
I think the biggest characteristic you have is you just have to love the game. You have to start realizing and identifying who you should be listening to, who you shouldn't be listening to.
I cannot tell you the amount of times that people have told me I was done. After 30, been without a club for over a year and still came back. That's not normal. I've been the first American to play in, I think, 3 separate countries. That's not normal. If you really want to achieve this, there are some things that you're obviously going to have to leave behind. Number 1 is going to be comfort. You may have grown up in a place where you were the best player, and by the time you get to the pro, everybody's at least as good as you are. A lot of good kids, when they're younger, they start out playing in the midfield. By the time they get to the pros, the coach says, yeah, you're not good enough to do that anymore. You got to go to the back, or you got to go to the back of the bench or behind the stadium.
So a combine is essentially a company will rent out a field. They'll have a bunch of coaches from the professional world come in. You'll pay a base fee, and you will get a chance to actually be seen by professional coaches. So I'd say the best thing about these combines is that it's better than nothing. It's better than sitting at home and just kind of hoping something's gonna happen for you. The bad side of professional combines is it is extremely unlikely that you will end up getting signed from a club there. I was extremely lucky with my combine experience where all the stars just aligned for me. There's a coach from a top league who just so happened to be looking for a young goalkeeper to come be their number 2.
When you're first starting off and you go to a trial, you might be just as good as the guy that's starting, but there's no reason for them to switch you for another guy. You have to be not even better than the guys that are in the starting lineup. You have to be better than the subs. You have to get through the fact that they already know these guys and they don't know you. And so just being good is not good enough. And I know you guys want to believe that you can just look at a team and think, I'm better than him, so I should get the job. You can forget that. That's nonsense. It just doesn't happen like that. There's another side to the game between the agents, the coaches, the networking. All of this stuff is stuff that you actually have to learn. And thank God that we have the internet, and there are channels like Unisport and our channel that are trying to help you guys and guide you guys through this crazy terrain, because without that, you're gonna get lost.
Another thing you have to realize about all these combines is that all of the risk is always gonna be put on the players. So you have to pay to get there, you have to pay for your hotel, you have to pay for your food, and even when you get lucky enough to where you're offered a trial, I was offered a trial in Rovaniemi, Finland, which is the North Pole. I was on the West Coast, and he said, hey, you can come out for a trial, but You're gonna have to pay for your flight. If you don't get signed, you're gonna have to pay for your flight back. Ended up being like $2,000, where really all the risk was just put on me. And I was just very fortunate. I go out there, play 2 games in kind of a preseason tournament, played well, and then ended up getting signed. But they have nothing to lose. The players have everything to lose. It just puts it at a strong disadvantage for everyone coming out.
If it's easier for you to think, oh, you know what? Let me just go get a desk job where I've got a salary every week. And if you think that for a second that looks better than the uncertainty of a professional football career, you're not gonna make it. Because if it always looks greener over there where it's nice and comfortable and you know you're gonna have your check and stuff like that, then you can't get into this world.
I'm hoping that this video helps a lot of kids or just players who are a little naive to the pro world. It's just kind of the world we live in right now with social media so prevalent. Everybody just kind of has their highlights of what they're doing in their life, of what something is. It's always you, for the most part, you just see the best of it. Like, just playing should be enough for you. Just playing and being able to go home, take a paycheck, go buy food with the money you made from playing. If that's not enough, you're not in the right profession, and it's just gonna end in disappointment.
I never had to leave the MLS. It was a choice for me to try and improve my career and take on the struggle, to move to Europe because I always wanted to be a pro in Europe. And that's what's allowed me to succeed, where maybe some other guys feel that if they have to leave their city or their country, then they don't want to be a pro. Or if they get cut from a team in their own city, they think that that's it. They don't want to go to South America to play. They don't want to go to Europe or Asia or any of those places. For me, it doesn't matter. Most of you guys that are watching this right now probably haven't started your careers. You guys could be in your youth team. Maybe some of you guys have gotten a little bit of a taste of the pro life and you know what you want. It is 100% worth it. But like I said, it does not mean that it's gonna be easy, because most of the time it's not, but it's 100% worth it.
A lot of my passion for the game, I think, comes from the fear of getting a real job. There's no other job I would want, and like I've said multiple times, I'm just the happiest on the pitch, so I don't see why I would even consider doing anything else.
Anyway, guys, I hope you learned something. I hope you've enjoyed listening to our story. I know there was a lot of information in there, but I hope you've been inspired to go train and go work hard. Please train like crazy if you really want to do this. Also, let us know down below what the biggest takeaway was from this video. Make sure to come check out our channel, subscribe, come ask us your questions and all that stuff. I hope you guys have loved it. Subscribe, and we will see you guys later. Peace.